Hello students, today we are going to solve the problem of orthographic projections. So the question is given here. We have been given an object and in the question it has been asked to draw the front view in the direction of arrow x, the side view from the left and the top view. So basically for the given figure or for the given question we have to draw the orthographic projections, and we have to draw the front view of this object, that is this given object, in the direction of x, that is when the observer is standing in the direction of x and observing the object, then we have to draw the front view. Similarly, we will draw the top view, that is when we will see this entire object from the top side, then the figure that will be drawn is nothing but the top view. Similarly, when we will see this object from the left side, that is from this side, the view that has to be drawn is nothing but the left hand side view. So for the given object we have to draw the front view in the direction of arrow x, that is when we will see the object in the direction of arrow x, then we have to draw the front view, and top view will be drawn when we see the object from the top, and the side view will be drawn when we see the object from the left hand side view. So now we will start the drawing, that is the orthographic projection. Before beginning with the projection drawing, first we will identify the given dimensions of the object. Now you can see for this object the length is equal to 20 plus 50 plus 20. So the total length of the object, that is the distance from this point to this end point, is equal to the length, and that is equal to 20 plus 50 plus 20. Similarly, the total width of the object is equal to 50 mm. You can see here the total width of the object is given as 50 mm. So this is the width, that is equal to 50 mm, and the length is equal to 90 mm. 20 plus 50 plus 20. Now the total height of the object, that is the distance from this bottom point, that is the point on the semicircle at the bottom, the total distance from this bottom point to the top cylinder, that is the upper part of this cylinder, is equal to 55. You can see the distance from this point to this line is equal to what? 55, and the height of the cylinder is equal to 30 mm. So the total height of the object will be equal to 55 plus 30. So here we have identified the length as equal to 90 mm, the width as equal to 50 mm, and the height is equal to 55 plus 30, that is equal to 85 mm. Now this object is having a cylindrical part on the upper side. Now this cylinder is having two holes inside it. There are two cylindrical holes inside this cylinder. Now the first hole on the top is having a height of 10 mm. You can see here the height of the first hole on the upper side is equal to 10 mm. But the diameter of this hole is not given here. So we will assume a suitable diameter for this upper hole, that is hole on the upper side of the cylinder. So here we will assume a diameter equal to 30 mm. Whereas the diameter of the lower hole, that is the hole present on the lower side of the cylinder, is equal to 25 mm. So here the diameter of the hole at the lower part of the cylinder is equal to 25 mm, whereas the diameter of the upper hole is assumed as 30 mm. The height of the upper hole is equal to 10 mm, that is the distance from the upper point, upper surface to this point is equal to 10 mm. Now this lower hole, which is of diameter 25, is a hole which will begin from this point, that is from this distance 10 mm, and will be throughout, that is this hole will be present inside the cylinder as well as inside this solid part. So this hole, which is of diameter 25 mm, is a throughout hole, that is it will begin from this distance, that is a distance of 10 mm from the top, and it will be present throughout this part. Similarly, there are two holes which are present in the lower part. You can see first hole is here and the second hole is here. The second hole is visible here. Both these holes are identical holes. So the diameter of this hole is given as 25 mm. So this hole, which is present on the right hand side, will also have a diameter equal to 25. So this hole and this hole, which are both identical holes, will be having a diameter of 25 mm. Now the distance of this cylindrical holes from the bottom point, that is from this point, is equal to what? 25 mm. Now you can see this is a semicircle, this lower portion is a semicircle which is having a diameter as 50 mm. This semicircle is having a diameter equal to width, so width is equal to 50 mm. So the diameter of this lower semicircle is equal to 50 mm. So the radius will be what? 50 divided by 2, that is 25 mm. So the distance from this center to this end will be equal to 25 mm, that is half of 50 mm. So we can see that the diameter of this semicircle is equal to 50 mm, whereas the radius of this semicircle, that is the distance from this point to the end, will be equal to 25 mm. So now here we will begin the drawing, that is the orthographic projections of the given figure. So in the first step we will draw the front view, top view, and then we will complete the side view. So for drawing the front view, first we will draw the XY line. So you can see here I will be drawing the XY line. So first we will draw the XY line. Now after drawing the XY line, we will start drawing the front view. So for drawing the front view, first we will observe the object. The total height of this object from this point to this point, that is the height of this part, that is the lower part of the object. Now this object can be divided into two parts. First, upper part is cylindrical and the lower part is the second part. Now the height of this lower part, that is this entire portion at the lower side, is equal to what? 55 mm. So first we will draw the front view of this lower part. So the height of this lower part is equal to 55 mm. So now we will draw first a vertical line which will be of height 55 mm. So first draw the XY line, then select a suitable point above this XY line, and from this point you have to draw a vertical line which will be of height 55 mm. So you can see this, I have drawn a line which is of height 55 mm. Now you can see I will give the dimension. So the height of this line is equal to 55 mm. I am zooming here, so you can observe the height of this part equal to 55 mm. So we have drawn the first line of height 55 mm. Now what this line represents? This line represents this vertical edge. You can see this vertical edge. Now the portion from here to the center is straight, but the lower part is curved, that is it is semicircular in shape. But whenever there is a curved part, we represent it on the orthographic projection as a line. So first we have drawn a line, that is this vertical edge from here to here, and the total height is equal to what? 55 mm. Now in the next step we will draw this horizontal line. You can see this horizontal line. Now the length of this horizontal line is equal to how much? 20 plus 50 plus 20, that is 90 mm. So in the next step we will draw a horizontal line of length 90 mm. So from this point we will take a distance of 90 mm. So now I have drawn a line which is equal to length 90 mm. Now we will give the dimension. So you can see the dimension is what? 90 mm. So first we have drawn a vertical line of height 55 mm, and then we have drawn a horizontal line of length 90 mm. Again from the same end point, that is the end point of this line, we will draw a line of length 55 mm in downward direction. Now you can see I am drawing a line of 55 mm distance. So in the same way that we have drawn here line of 55 mm, we will draw a line of 55 mm on the right hand side. So what this line represents? Now from the figure you can see the line that we have drawn here is nothing but this line. So we have drawn a line of 55 mm which is beginning from this corner to the base. Now the length of this part, that is this part from here to here, that is the distance from this point to this end line, is equal to 20 mm on the left, and similarly the distance from this line to this line, that is this vertical line, is equal to 20 mm. So now we will draw the projection of this surface. First this surface, and second we will draw the projection of this surface. So the length is given as 20 mm and 20 mm both on left hand side and right hand side. So now here we will draw two lines of length 20 mm first on left hand side, and then we will draw a line of length 20 mm on right hand side. Now you can see here I will give the dimension. So the dimension of this distance is equal to 20 mm. Again, the distance from this point to this end is equal to 20 mm. So first we have drawn a vertical line of height 55 mm, then we have drawn a horizontal line of length 90 mm, and then again we have drawn a vertical line which is of length 55 mm, and then we have drawn two horizontal lines of distance or length 20 mm. Now in the next step we will draw this vertical line. You can see this vertical line, and similarly in the next step we will draw this vertical line. As we are drawing these two surfaces, first surface is this and second surface is this. Now the total height from this point to this point is equal to 55 mm, and the total distance from this line, that is this horizontal straight line, to this horizontal straight line is equal to 15 mm. So the remaining distance, that is 55 minus 15, will be the equal to the height of this lower portion, that is the height of this lower part from this point to this bottom point will be equal to what? 55 minus 15. So now we are drawing this lower portion, this part, that is the front view of this lower portion, which will be equal to height 55 minus 15. You can see a distance given is 15. So 55 minus 15 will be equal to what? 40 mm. So now in the next step we will draw two lines of height 40 mm. So from this point you have to draw a line of 40 mm distance. Again, from the second point on the right hand side we will draw a line of 40 mm height. Now I will give you the dimension so that you can see the dimensions. So this line is of height 40 mm. Similarly, this line on the right hand side is also of height 40 mm. So as per given dimension, the total height was 55 and the height of the upper portion from here to here was equal to 15 mm. So 55 minus 15 equal to 40 mm. So we have drawn two vertical lines of 40 mm. Now in the next step what we will do, we will just join these 2 points by drawing a straight line. So now in the next step you have to draw a straight line from this point to this end point. So finally we have completed the front view of this surface, that is this surface. This surface is completed in the front view, that is when we see the object from the direction of x, what shape we will observe for this surface. So we have completed the front view of this object and we have represented the front surface. Now in the next step we will show the holes in the front view. Now if we observe this object in the direction of x, that is from the direction of x, these two holes on the lower side will not be visible because these holes are present here. So if we observe in this direction, these holes will not be visible. These holes will be visible where? From the left hand side view, that is if we see this object from the left side view, that is from this direction, we can see this hole, circular hole. But if we see this holes from the front direction, that is in the direction of x, these holes will not be visible. So these holes will be what? Hidden holes. So in order to represent these holes, first we will draw the center of this hole. Now what is the distance of center of this hole? The distance from this point to this center will be equal to half of 50, that is 25 mm. So in the next step we will draw the center of the hole. The center of the hole will be at a distance of 25 mm from this bottom line. This is the bottom portion. So from this line the center line will be at a distance of 25 mm. So first we will draw a line, center line at a distance of 25 mm. So you can see I have drawn a center line at the distance of 25 mm. We will give the dimension also so that you can understand. So from this point to this point the distance is equal to 25 mm. I am erasing this distance, the dimension, you can give it later on. So first we have drawn a center line. You can see this is a center line and the distance of this center line from the base will be equal to 25 mm, that is half of 50 mm. Now in the next step what we will do, now we will show these holes. Now the diameter of this hole is equal to what? 25 mm. So the radius will be equal to 12.5 mm. Since the diameter is 25, so radius will be what? 12.5, half of 25. Now in order to show these holes, we will draw here two hidden lines at a distance of 12.5 mm each. Since the diameter is 25, the radius will be equal to 12.5. So now we will show the holes. Now you can see here, this is the center line, okay, this is the center line. So from this center line we will take a distance of 12.5 mm above and 12.5 mm below. Now you can see, I will draw here. From this center line I am taking a distance of 12.5 mm above. So from this center point I will take a distance of 12.5 mm above and I will show the hole. Similarly, again from this point we will draw a line in downward direction at a distance of 12.5. So from this point, this is my center line, I will take a distance equal to 12.5 in downward direction. mm. Okay, here this is my point and 12.5 mm, and then we will draw the hidden line. So you can see here I have drawn the holes. Now since these holes are not visible in from the front view, you will show it with the help of hidden lines, that is dotted lines. So these are dotted lines, they are not continuous line. Now this hole is present on the right hand side also, so we will draw these holes on the right hand side also. Before that I will give the dimension. Now you can see here I am giving the dimension. The total diameter of the hole from this point to this point was equal to what? 25 mm. So you can see the diameter of this hole is what? 25 mm, and since the diameter is 25, the radius will be equal to 12.5. So if you see the radius, you can see from this center line the distance is what? 12.5 mm. So from this center line you have to draw a hidden line on the top side at a distance of 12.5 mm, half of diameter. So 12.5 is the radius. Similarly, we will draw a hidden line at the bottom side, that is at a distance of 12.5 mm. So we have completed showing the hole on the left hand side. Now similarly we will show this hole on the right hand side also. For that, what we will do, we will simply project these lines on the right hand side. So you can see I will be projecting here the lines. So from this point you have to draw a light line, light horizontal line up till this point. So now what we are doing, we are projecting this hole. So we have projected this hole. So you have to draw a light line, light horizontal line from this point to this end. Similarly, we will draw a light horizontal projection line from this point to this end. Students, note that the lines used for drawing the view of the object, that is these lines, you can see they are darker, so they should be dark lines, but the lines which are used for projection should be light lines. So these two lines, that is this line y number 1 and line number 2, are nothing but what? Projection line, so they should be light. Now we will show the hole on the right hand side also. So from this point already projected, we have to draw a hidden line, that is dotted line. Similarly, from this point also we will draw a hidden line. From this point we will draw a hidden line. So finally we have completed the front view of the lower part with two holes shown, one on the left hand side and one on the right hand side. Now in the next part, what we will do, we will show the front view of this cylinder. Now you can see here a vertical cylinder is lying on the upper side, that is on this lower part. So above this lower part there is a vertical cylinder. So in order to draw the front view of this vertical cylinder, first we will draw the center line of this entire object. So for drawing center line, this is the entire length, locate the midpoint. Now this is the midpoint, and from the midpoint we will draw a vertical center line. So you can see here I have drawn a center line. This is my center line of the entire object. Now the total length was equal to 90 mm. The distance from this point to this point was equal to 90 mm, and since this is a center line, so the distance from this point to the end will be equal to half of 90, that is 45. So I will show here the dimension so that you can understand. The distance from this center to this end point will be equal to 45. Similarly, the distance from this center to this central point will be equal to 45. So, you have to draw this center line at a distance of 45 mm from any one of the end corners, either right corner or left corner. So, we have drawn this center line. Now, in the next step, what we will do? In the next step, now we will draw the projection of this cylinder. Now, you can see the total height of this cylinder is 30 mm and the diameter of this cylinder is 40 mm. So, the diameter of this vertical cylinder is 40 mm and the height is equal to 30 mm, and we know that the front view or the projection of this cylinder will be a rectangle. So, whenever we are given a cylindrical part, the projection of it will be what? Rectangular if we see in the direction of arrow x. Similarly, if we observe this cylinder from the left hand side view, the projection will be rectangular in shape. But if we observe this cylinder from the top view, the projection will be circular. So, whenever there is a cylinder, we will have rectangular shape, we will project the cylinder as a rectangle in two views, and in the third view we have to show the circles. So, we will draw this rectangle in the next step. Before that, we will draw the top view of this lower part. Now, you can see we have already completed the front view of this lower part and we have also shown the front view of this holes. Now, we will draw in the next step the top view of this lower part. Now, in order to draw the top view, first we will see how we can see the top view or how the top view is visible. Now, if we remove this cylinder, if we remove this upper part from this lower part, then you can see that from the top a rectangle can be seen. You can see this surface. Now, this surface is what? Rectangular in shape. This entire surface is rectangular in shape. It is clearly visible that this surface is what? Rectangular in shape. Length of the rectangle will be equal to 90 mm from here to here, and the width will be equal to 55 mm. So, first we will draw the top view of this lower part, and you know that the first top view that is visible, the first surface that is visible is what? Rectangular in shape. So, now we will draw the rectangle with width is equal to 50 mm. The length of this rectangle is equal to 90 mm and the width of this rectangle is equal to what? 50 mm. So, in the next step we will draw the rectangle in the top view. For drawing the rectangle, first we have to project the points. Now, you can see I will project here. You have to project these two end points. So, this is my first end point. You have to take this end point and project in downward direction. Take a suitable distance. Again, you have to project this point on the right hand side in downward direction. Now, students, note that these two lines, that is this line on the left hand side and this line on the right hand side, are construction lines or projection line. So, they should be light, and the distance of this line, that is the length of this line, should be equal to length of this line. So, now we have projected the left point and right point in the top view. Now, in the next step we will draw the rectangle. So, for drawing the rectangle, just you have to first join these two end points. So, we have drawn a dark line joining this left point and this right point. Now, we already know that the width of this rectangle, that is this distance from here to here, the width of this rectangle is equal to 50 mm. So, now we will represent the width of the rectangle in the top view. So, here from this point we will take a distance of 50 mm. Now, you can see I will show here the dimension also. First, we have projected the length by drawing these two construction lines. They should be light. We have then drawn the length of the rectangle. This line represents what? Length of the rectangle, that is equal to 120 mm. And in the next step we have drawn this line, this vertical line, which is of width 55 mm. So, I will give the dimension. So, the dimension of this part, that is this line from this point to this point, is equal to 50 mm. So, we have shown the width, that is equal to 50 mm. Now, we will complete the entire rectangle. So, for that just you have to project this point on the right hand side with length equal to 90 mm. So this length is equal to what? 90 mm. This length and this length of the line this on the upper side will be equal to 90 mm, and then join these two end points. So we have completed the top view of this surface, that is this upper surface. This surface is what? Rectangular in shape. Now we will extend this center line below also. So you have to, in the next step, what we will do, we will extend the center line. You have already drawn this center, so just extend this center line in downward direction, that is project the center line in downward direction. In the next step, now we will draw the horizontal center line. Till now we have drawn the vertical center line. This is the vertical center line in the top view. Now we will draw the horizontal center line. Now for drawing horizontal center line, you will take a distance of half of 50. You can see the total distance is what? 50. So half will be equal to what? 50 divided by 2, that is 25 mm. So now we will draw the horizontal center line. For that we will take a distance of 25 mm. You can see I will be taking a distance of 25 mm. So from any corner, either upper corner or lower corner, you can take a distance of 25, and then we will draw the horizontal center line. So you can see here I have drawn a horizontal center line. So this is the horizontal center line, and the distance of this center line from the end, any one end, will be equal to 25. I will be giving the dimension here, you can see. So this center line is at a distance of 25 mm from the lower straight edge. So we have drawn the top view of the upper surface, which is rectangular in shape, and then we have drawn the vertical center line and horizontal center line. Now in the next step, we will draw first the top view of this cylinder, vertical cylinder. Now you can see this is a vertical cylinder. Now the top view of this cylinder will be a circle. Now here in the top view we can observe three circles. First circle will be of diameter 40 mm. So first circle is what? Of diameter 40 mm. This outside circle is of diameter 40 mm, and from the top view it will be clearly visible. So in the first step, in the top view we will draw a circle of diameter 40 mm. So taking this point as center, this point will be your center. So taking this point as the center, you will draw a circle of diameter 40 mm, or you can say radius 20 mm. So you can see I have drawn a circle, this circle, which is of diameter 40 mm. Now we will give the dimension also, so that you can clearly understand it. So the diameter of this circle, you can see the diameter is what? 40 mm. The diameter of this first circle is equal to what? 40 mm. I will zoom a little bit. So the diameter of this first circle is what? 40 mm. Now in the next step, we will draw the top view of these circular holes or cylindrical holes. Now I have said that inside this cylinder you can see two holes, the upper hole and this lower hole. This is the upper hole and this is the lower hole. Now we have assumed the dimension of this upper hole. This upper hole we have assumed the dimension, that is the diameter, as 30 mm, since it is not given, and this lower hole is having a diameter of 25 mm. So now we have to draw the top view of two holes. One hole is of diameter 30 mm that we have assumed, and the other hole is of diameter 25 mm, and both these holes will be visible from the top. That is, if we see this cylinder from the top, both these holes are visible. So we have to draw two dark circles, one circle for the outer for the bigger hole of diameter 30 mm, and second circle for the lower hole of diameter 25 mm. So in the next step we will draw two circular holes. So I am erasing the dimension of this first hole, which is equal to 40 mm. Now in the next step you have to draw a circle with this point as center. This is my center. With this center you have to draw a circle of diameter 30 mm, or you can say radius is 15 mm. Okay, we will draw here a circle of diameter 30 mm. So you can see we have drawn a circle. This is a circle of diameter 30 mm. I will give the dimension, you can see here. So the dimension of this circle, that is the hole on the upper side, is equal to 30 mm, and since this hole is visible, it will be a dark circle. Okay, I will be drawing a dark circle here. So with this center I have to draw a circle of diameter 30 mm. So we have drawn a visible circle, a dark circle of diameter 30 mm. Now in the next step we will draw the top view of the lower hole, which is of diameter 25 mm, and since the diameter is 25 mm, the lower hole will be visible. So from again with this point as center, draw a circle of diameter 25 mm. So now we have drawn the third circle, which is of diameter 25 mm. Now I will give the dimension so that you can understand. So the diameter of this hole is equal to what? 25 mm. See in here, this outer circle is having a diameter of 40 mm. I will give you a dimension. This outer circle is having a diameter of 40 mm outside. Okay, here dimensions are overlapping, so I will not show the inside dimension. So the diameter of this inside circle will be equal to 25 mm. So we have drawn three circles: outer circle of diameter 40 mm, then the second circle of diameter 30 mm, and the last circle of diameter 25 mm. So we have completed the top view of the vertical cylinder. Now in the next step, what we will do? We will draw the front view of this vertical cylinder. So in order to draw the front view of this cylinder, that is the front view of this vertical cylinder, we have to just project these two endpoints. Now this circle represents the top view of this cylinder. So in order to draw the front view, first we will project the end points, that is this end point and the end point on the right hand side. We will project these two end points in the front view. So for projecting, you have to just draw a straight light vertical line. Students, note that while projecting you will draw a light vertical line. We are drawing a vertical line. We are projecting the end points in the front view. So this is the light vertical line. This should not be dark, it should be a faint line, since this is a construction line. Again in the next step, from this point we will draw or we will project a vertical line in the front view. So from these two end points, that is end point 1 and the end of the diameter on the right hand side, we have drawn two vertical projection lines. Now we have got on the upper side these 2 points. Now from these 2 points we will draw a vertical line of height 30 mm. You can see the vertical height of this cylinder is what? 30 mm. So in the next step we will draw two vertical lines of height 30 mm. So from this first point, this is my first point, from this point I will draw a height of 30 mm or a line of length 30 mm. Similarly from this end point I will draw a line of height 30 mm. I will give a dimension again. So you can see the height of this line is equal to what? 30 mm. The height of this line will be equal to 30 mm. You can see the height of this line is equal to 30 mm, since the height of the cylinder was given as 30 mm. And then after drawing two vertical lines of height 30 mm, finally we will now join these two endpoints. So this gives the front view of the vertical cylinder. Now in the next step, what we will do? We will draw the front view of the holes. So already as I had told that there are two cylindrical holes, one on the upper side and one on the lower side. Now first we will draw the front view of this upper hole. Now these two holes are visible from the top side, but these two holes will not be visible from the front side. That is, if we observe this cylinder from the direction of x, that is in this direction from the front side, these two holes will not be visible, and since these holes are not visible, they should be shown with the help of dotted lines or hidden lines. So now we will draw the front view of this upper hole and this lower hole. Now the upper hole is having a height of 10 mm. You can see the upper hole is having a height of 10 mm. So for drawing the front view of the upper hole, what we have to do? We will project first, you can see, we will take or we will project the diameter of the upper hole. Now the upper hole is represented by this circle, that is the second circle of diameter 30 mm. This circle is of diameter 40 mm and this second circle is of diameter equal to 30 mm. So first we will project these two endpoints, that is this endpoint on the upper side. You can see I am projecting here. So I have projected this first endpoint on the upper side. Now this projection line should be light, it should not be dark. Again we will draw a vertical projection line from this end of the circle, that is second circle. So now what we have done, we have taken the end point of this circle, that is diameter, end of this diameter, this point and this point on the right hand side, and after selecting that points, what we have done, we have drawn two vertical projection line, that is this vertical projection line, first line, and this is my second line. So we have drawn two vertical projection lines from the end of the diameter of circle of diameter 30 mm. Now we will draw the upper hole, that is the hole of height 10 mm. Now as you know that the height of this hole on the upper side is equal to 10 mm. So what you will do, first you will draw a horizontal line. You can see I will draw a horizontal line, hidden line at a distance of 10 mm. So what we will do here, first you have to take a distance of 10 mm. You can see here, now I am showing the front view. Now this hole on the upper side is a hidden hole. So for showing the hidden hole we have to use dotted line. So first you will mark a distance or length of 10 mm from this point. You have already projected these two vertical lines. So now from this point to this distance or this point, the distance will be equal to 10 mm. You can see here the height is given as 10 mm, height of the upper hole. So we will take a distance of 10 mm on the upper side. I will show the dimension. So you can see that length or the height of this part is equal to 10 mm. So from this point to this point you will take a height equal to 10 mm, and then you will draw a dotted line. You can see this line is what? Dotted line, hidden line, since the hole is not visible. And then again from this point to the upper point you will draw a dotted line. Since the hole is not visible, we have to show it with the help of dotted line only. Now you can see this line is hidden line, as well as this vertical line and this vertical line on the right hand side from here to here, and the vertical line on the left hand side from here to here should be also what? Dotted, since they are hidden. So we have drawn the upper hole. Now in the next step what we will do, we will draw the lower hole. Now the lower hole is having a diameter of 25 mm. You can see the lower hole is having a diameter of 25 mm. So for drawing the lower hole, what we have to do, simple, it is very simple. Just project the points in the same manner on the upside or the upper side. So we will select this first point. This is my first point. I will project it on the upper side. So we will project it on the upper side. I will project it till here. So what we have done, we have taken the end point of this circle which is of diameter 25 mm. Take this end point, one on the left hand side and one on the right hand side, and project them in the front view by drawing this vertical construction line. This is construction line, so it should be light. So what we have done, now we have projected the construction line. Similarly, from the point on the right hand side we will draw a vertical construction line till this surface. You can see this is my surface. So when you will draw the construction lines from these two endpoints, you have to draw only till this line, that is this lower surface. Now in the next step what we will do, now we will show the, in the next step now we will show the hole. So for showing the hole, what we have to do, you have to draw hidden lines, that is dotted lines. So from this point, that is the point on this lower surface, from this point draw a vertical line. We have drawn a vertical line. Again from this point we will draw a vertical line. Now you can see both these lines are dotted, since the lower part of the hole will not be visible. So we have drawn here the upper hole and we have drawn here the lower hole. The diameter of the upper hole will be equal to 30 mm. I will give the dimensions, so you can see here. Now I am giving the dimensions. The diameter of this upper hole will be equal to 40 mm. The diameter of this upper hole is equal to 30 mm and the diameter of this lower hole will be equal to 25 mm. So we have drawn the front view of the cylinder with holes inside it. Upper hole is of diameter 30 mm and height 10 mm, whereas the lower hole is of diameter 25 mm and the length will be, or the height will be, equal to throughout from this point to this end surface. Now here we will give the dimensions. Now you can see the length of this part is equal to 90 mm, the total length. So we will give the dimensions, that is width equal to 50 mm and length equal to 90 mm. You can remove this dimension, no need to give the distance of the center line. Now the total height is equal to 55 mm, so you will give the dimension equal to 55 mm. You can remove this distance or this dimension. Then in the next step you will give the distance, or you will give the dimension of these two lines. So it is already given 20 mm and 20 mm. Again in the next step we will give a distance, or we will give a dimension from this point to this point, and you can see here the dimension is equal to what, 40 mm. So I will give the dimension from this point to this point. The dimension is equal to how much, 40 mm, sorry 50 mm. So the total length is equal to what, 90 mm, 20 plus 50 plus 20. Then we have to give the dimension of this center line also, that is center of the hole. So the distance of center of the hole from the end is equal to what, 25 mm. So the distance from this point to this point is equal to what, 25 mm. So distance from this point to this point will be equal to 25 mm. So we have given the distance of the center from the base equal to 25 mm, and the diameter of this upper part is equal to 30 mm and this part is 25 mm, whereas the height of the hole is 10 mm. So we will give the dimension of height, distance from this point to this point, height is equal to 10 mm. So this height is what, height of the hole. Here we will write dimension. So since it is a diameter, so we will here use the symbol of phi. So here we will use a symbol, that is the diameter. So you can see the dimension, diameter is equal to 30 mm. Similarly for lower part we will use the symbol diameter. So diameter of this lower hole is equal to 40 mm and the diameter of this cylinder was equal to 40 mm. So here we will give the diameter, distance from this point to this end is equal to 40, and since it is a diameter we will write the symbol phi. So we have given all the dimensions. Now the height of this part is also given, that is 30 mm. So we will give this dimension on the left hand side. So the distance from this point to this end, that is the height of the cylinder, is equal to what, 30 mm. So here students, we have completed the front view and we have completed the top view of the given diagram. So this is the front view. Now wherever we have drawn a line in pink color, they are hidden lines. So they should be shown with the help of dotted lines. You can see upper hole dotted, lower hole dotted, and these two holes are also shown with the help of dotted lines. And the lines that are darker, that is this dark black lines, is the view of the object. So they should be dark, whereas these vertical construction lines should be light. So while drawing, you have to keep in mind that whenever you draw the construction lines or the projection lines, you have to draw it faint and the final view of the object should be dark. Now in the next step what we will do, we will show these two holes. You can see these holes, one hole on the left side and one hole on the right side. Now these holes have to be shown on the top view also. So before showing the holes, we will first show these two edges. You can see this vertical line and this vertical line represent what, two surfaces. This is a vertical surface and this is a horizontal surface. So at the junction of this vertical surface and horizontal surface, there is a point, and this point is nothing but an edge. So if you see, this point represents what, a edge, a horizontal edge. Now this edge will not be visible from the top view. Now I will show what is this edge, what I am talking about. You can see this point, this point on the left hand side and this point on the right hand side. Now these 2 points when observed from the top will not be visible, and a edge is passing through this point. You can see a edge is passing from this corner also. This is an edge passing through a corner. So similarly, from these 2 points, that is one point on the left hand side and one point on the right hand side, there are 2 edges passing through them. But these 2 edges will not be visible from the top since they are lying on the bottom side. So we have to show these 2 edges with the help of dotted line. So now we will show the edge passing through this point and edge passing through this point in the top view. And since the edges are not visible, they will be shown with the help of dotted lines. So first what we will do, we will project the edges. Now you know this is the edge that we have to show. So I will project this line in the top view up till this point. So I have projected this point. Since this point and this point are in straight line, so we will project this line in the top view. Again we will project this point in the top view on the right hand side. Now we have projected point number 1 in the top view and we have projected the point number 2 in the top view. Now from these 2 points, that is from this point on the left hand side and from this point on the right hand side, we will draw 2 hidden lines. Now you can see I will draw 2 hidden lines. First hidden line on the left hand side and second hidden line on the right hand side. So you can see we have drawn 2 hidden lines. The lines drawn in pink color are about hidden lines, that is dotted, since these 2 edges will not be visible. So first project this point in the top view and then draw the hidden lines. Now in the next step what we will do, we will show these holes. Now you can see these holes in the top view also. Now as we know that the diameter of these 2 holes, one on the left side and one on the right hand side is equal to what? 25 mm. See, the diameter is what? 25 mm. So now we will show the holes in the top view. So in order to show the holes, what we have to do, simply from this center line you have to draw 2 horizontal lines. You can see from this is my center line. Now I will show the hole on the upper side also and on the lower side also. So I have drawn first dotted line from here to this line. It is shown by dotted line since the holes are not visible. Again from this center I will draw a line on the upper side at a distance of 12.5, since the radius will be what? Half of 25. So you can see we have drawn 2 dotted lines. From this center line you have to draw 2 dotted lines, one on the lower side and one on the upper side, and both the lines will be what? Hidden, since the hole will not be visible from the top view. And the total dimension, I will give the dimension here, or the total diameter of this hole is equal to what? 25 mm. And since the total diameter is 25, it means that we have to draw this line on the upper side at a distance of 12.5. Total distance is 25. So from the center on the upper side take a distance of 12.5 mm, and from the center on the lower side take a distance of 12.5 mm. Similarly, now we will draw these holes on the right hand side also. So what we have to do, again same procedure. From this center take a distance of 12.5 mm below, 12.5 mm below. From this center point take a distance of 12.5 mm on the below, and then draw the first hidden line. Again from this center line take a distance of 12.5 mm on the upper side. Distance will be same, that is 12.5, both on below and lower side, upper side and lower side, and then we will show the hidden line. So you can see we have drawn 2 dotted lines, one on the right hand side and one on the left hand side. What these dotted lines represent? These dotted lines are nothing but the top view of these holes, and since these holes are not visible, so these holes will be shown with the help of dotted line. So finally here we have completed the front view of the object and the top view of the object. In the next session we will draw the side view, that is the left hand side view of the object.